Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 8 such specimens to examine. 8 trading card autograph request return specimens to examine. And we will be examining these specimens in minute detail. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. That's right, we've got us a TTM Monday. How about that? 8 TTMs for you to look at and help ease the pain of you having to go back to work on this Monday. That is, if you did have your 48-hour furlough over the weekend. Some of you work 2-3 jobs. You don't even get a day off, maybe 2 or 3 days off a month. For all of you in that situation, you got my sympathies. That is, I've been there myself back in the day, and you got my sympathies. God be with you and help you out of that financial jam if you're in one. For the rest of you working your regular Monday through Friday shift, I hope you had a pleasant weekend, recharged your batteries. You're now ready to go back to work and earn a lot of money for your superiors. That is your function in life. As for myself, I had a pleasant weekend Saturday. Where was I Saturday? I was at the Detroit Sports Spectacular, big card show. I was there. I did not go Friday. I went Saturday. Look at the, besides having the card dealers, they had all these celebrity people signing autographs and posing for photographs. Look at some of the names. Study these names carefully. We're going to have a card giveaway. You see all the names there. J.J. McCarthy, Mark Aguirre. Oh, he canceled. He did not show up. Wade Boggs, Blake Corum, George Foster, Hogan Hansen, Reggie Jackson, Armando Galarraga, Jalen Harrell, Cornelius Johnson, Bill Lambier, Christian Leitner, Rick Mayhorn, Rod Moore, Dennis Rodman, Jack Morris, Michael Penix, Lori Petty, Jim Plunkett. Mike Sanistro did not make it. Biddy Schramm, Alan Trammell, Kenneth Walker, Roman Wilson, and who's somebody? Oh yeah, did I say Reggie Jackson? Yeah, Reggie Jackson. Also, I don't believe George Foster made it either. So George Foster didn't make it. Mark Aguirre did not make it. Mike Sanistro did not make it. Everybody else was there. Study that list carefully. We're going to have a question for you. You could win a free card at the end of the day. Or we might as well do it right now. Let's just get that out of the way before we do our TTMs. How would you like to get one of these? Pope Leo the 14th. The new Pope. He got himself a Tops Now card. I'll give one of these away. How do you win a Pope Leo card? We'll let you know at the end once we get through our TTMs. It's going to have something to do with the celebrity guests that I saw there Saturday at the Detroit Sports Spectacular. Did I read all those names off? Oh, you saw them. Freeze frame it and look. All right, let's get started. We got TTMs on a TTM Monday. While you're working, I'm going to be cutting open some TTMs. TTM number 1. Look at this envelope. Looks like it was put through the dryer or something. This was coming to us from Los Angeles, California. What in the world we got from Los Angeles, California? Let's cut this thing off. Feels like it got wet. Maybe they put it in the dryer. I don't know. But Let's see what we got from Los Angeles. Let's pull this out. What? Oh, no! Are you kidding me? Well, take a look at that card. This is some. That's obviously not Hank Greenberg who signed this card. But you know what? I cannot believe this. This might be the longest return I have ever received. Let me set this up here. Can you see that? Take a look at that. Try to figure out who that is. I gotta look this up right now. It took me a second to remember who I sent this to, and it was so long ago. I want to look at the exact date. Take a look at that. See if you can figure that out. Give me a minute here. I'm looking this up. This is back before I started using the Rookies apps to make custom cards for the non-sports celebrities. So I used this Hank Greenberg card because the celebrity I sent it to is Jewish. So, all right, let me look. I almost got it. I sent this out. I mailed this card out October 13th, 2021. So that's almost 4 years ago. Finally got it back from Los Angeles. Did you figure out who that is? That is none other than the great comedian, actress, and writer, Sarah Silverman. How about that? Sarah Silverman, comedian known for her sharp and at times very, very dark humor. She rose to fame with her stand-up comedian work on Saturday Night Live, and she gained widespread attention with her Sarah Silverman program and roles in films such as School of Rock. Remember, she was Jack Black's friend's girlfriend in that movie. Sarah Silverman, how about that? Took almost 4 years. I got to sign this Hank Greenberg card. That is something else. How about that? Sarah, I think, is about 54 years old. Thank you. Hey, that is worth the wait. I'll wait 4 years for a Sarah Silverman autograph. Thank you, Miss Silverman. Really appreciate that. How about that? October 13th, 2021. All right. Let's get going. This next one here probably didn't take quite as long, coming to us from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's see what we got from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, looks like we might have our note back. And look at this card. Oh, beautiful. Check that out. Beautifully signed and a little bit smeared in ballpoint pen. Dan Dara, 78 years old. This is his 1970 Topps rookie card. How about that? Oh, look at this. Look at the back of this 1970 rookie card. Look at that. Dan married a former airline stewardess. Very nice. You know, back in the day, those stewardesses, they were pretty swinging gals back in the day. Dan bagged him a stewardess. Good for you, Dan. He played his college ball at William and Mary. Guess who his head coach was at William and Mary way back then in the late 60s? Marv Levy. How about that? Of course, Marv later led the Bills to 4 straight Super Bowl losses. Dara was a 13th round pick by the Bills in 1968. He played a lot his rookie year after starter Jack Kemp got injured. Then he was a backup the next 2 years. He has some of the worst stats I've ever seen. He started 11 games. He won 1 game and lost 10. Amazingly, that only win came in 1968 against Joe Namath and the Super Bowl champ Jets. The Jets to win the Super Bowl that year. Somehow Dan Dara managed to get the upset there for his career. only completed 42.9% of his passes for just 1,353 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 22 interceptions. Dan Darrell, but he was a great college quarterback for Marv Levy at William and Mary, and more importantly, he did marry a stewardess. Outstanding. All right, let me see. I forgot even what I asked Dan if he answered any questions. Let's see. What did I ask him? I asked him about if he remembered that game against Joe Namath. Did he remember beating Broadway Joe? Yes. 3 Namath interceptions for touchdowns. I guess they had 3 pick sixes off of Broadway Joe. Any favorite teammates on the old Bills teams? Boy, who is that? Billy Masters, I think the old tight end. Billy Masters. That looks about that handwriting's a little shaky. Of course, Dan's 78. I said, you played with O.J. Simpson a couple years. Did you like the juice? Were you surprised when he got into trouble over his wife? He said, yes, he was surprised. I think a lot of us were surprised when O.J. got into that trouble over his wife. Well, Mr. Dan Darrell, thank you so much. What a great thrill to get your rookie card back signed. Look at that. 78 years old, still taking care of the fans. God bless you, sir. Really appreciate it. That's a nice action pose, too, there. Look at that. Look at that form. Outstanding. All right, let's keep going. This TTM stuff is fun, huh? Let's see what we got next. Fort Myers, Florida. Fort Myers, Florida. Down there in the Gator State. Fort Myers. They're going to have a pretty good team down there this year, I think, the Florida Gators. Look out. They could be a surprise in the SEC. We got our note back, too. That's good. Hopefully some questions are answered. Oh, look at that beautiful old Mike Sandusky rookie card. That is a beautiful 1959 Topps. Oh, Mike, 90 years old. That's not bad signature for a 90-year-old. Look at that face. Now, that is an old offensive lineman from the late 50s and early 60s. Isn't that? And look at that old Steelers logo. Look at that Pittsburgh Steelers logo, the old steel mill on. How about that? Mike Sandusky. Look at that beautiful 1959 Topps rookie card. That is a sweet card. Mike was a 1955. How about that? 70 years ago. All-American at Maryland. How about that? 70 years ago. He played guard for some bad Steelers teams in the late 50s and early 60s. He made 1 Pro Bowl in 1960. How about that? That is a sweet-looking card. Look at that old logo for the Steelers. If I can get that in there focused up. Look at that, huh? That's crazy. All right, let me see if he answered any questions on the note. 70 years ago, All-American. Man, oh, man. I said, did you have any favorite teammates on the old Steelers teams? All. Who was the toughest defensive lineman you played against? They were all tough. I hope you are doing well. Best of luck and good health. Well, thank you, sir. That is a nice greeting to get from a 90 years young gentleman, Mike Sandusky. All-American 70 years ago. How about that? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That is a great-looking old rookie card. All right, let us keep going. This one here got chewed up a little bit. Maybe the mailman needed to floss his teeth or something. I don't know what happened. This one's coming to us from San Antonio, the Rio Grande district down there. Whatever that is. Let's cut this open. The Rio Grande district. Well, we got our note. Let's see if we got a card. Oh, this has been out a while too. This Bert Hooton card. It's a 1976 Bert Hooton Topps card. 75 years old. This guy is one of the greatest college pitchers of all time at Texas. You remember he had that knuckle curveball? He was a three-time All-American. His college record was 35-3. He had two no-hitters. Number 2 overall pick in the 71 draft by the Cubs. And in just his fourth major league appearance, he tossed a no-hitter. He had a very, very solid 15-year career, 10 with the Dodgers, had 151 wins, 136 losses. He had a pretty respectable ERA, 3.38, 29 career shutouts. 29, which is 27 more than legendary Hall of Famer Jacob deGrom. Even more amazing, he had 86 complete games, which is 82 more than deGrom. He was also the NLCS MVP in 1981 for the Dodgers. Look at that sweet old card, Bert Hooton. You know, I waited quite a while for this one. Let me see what I asked him on the note. Well, it doesn't matter because he did not answer any of the questions. All right, well, that's fine. Just put the card back in with the note. We're glad to get it back. Thank you, Mr. Hooton. Next up, we got one. We know who this is. This is a fine young actress coming to us from Las Vegas, Nevada. And you know what? Either she put something else in there, or because I don't think that's my note. Feels about the size of the note, but a little bit thicker. So she might have included an extra. Well, let's bust it open and see. A fine young actress, although she was a fine young actress. She's a little bit older now. Miss Beverly Washburn. I'm looking forward to getting this back. I sent her a custom art card. And I think there's something else in there. Let's pry it open and see. Oh, that's stuck in there good. I hope I don't damage it. I don't have to tear. It's so stuck in there so hard, I'm going to have to rip the edge of this. Try to pull it out. Oh, yeah, there's something else in there. Look at that postcard. Hope she signed my card. Oh, it's like a thank you card. Look at that. Beautiful, some type of flower. Hope my card is inside here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Boy, did that come out fantastic. Man, this is for Jeff. Love to you, Beverly Washburn. Look at that. That came out fantastic. Look at that. This is Miss Washburn right here. I forget who that young lady. That's Miss Washburn. She's holding that dead body there. This is from a crazy movie. Crazy movie called Spider Baby that came out in 1967, now regarded as a cult classic. But look at Miss Washburn. That came out beautiful. Look at that acting, huh? You can see. Can you see that right there? Look at that expression on her face. That is some top-flight acting. Well, this young lady, now 81 years old, she began her career child actress in the 1950s. If you ever seen that old movie, Old Yeller, she was in that as a kid. Also, The Lone Ranger. And then numerous TV shows, including Star Trek and the Loretta Young Show. She was known for her emotional depth and versatility. She transitioned, of course, from child star to adult roles. Did a lot of film and TV work throughout the decades. Like I said, this is what I know her for. This is a wild movie from 1967 called Spider Baby. Crazy movie. If you like some unusual films, check this one out. And she gave a fine performance. Look at that acting. Beverly Washburn. And then she wrote something in on the little card she sent in here too. Dear Jeff, thank you so much for your nice letter and kind words. Receiving mail such as yours somehow makes being an actress all worthwhile. and wishing you all of life's blessings. Well, God bless you. Thank you. Many thanks again. With love, Beverly Washburn. P.S. Thanks for loving Spider Baby. I love working with him. Something else. Oh, I asked about some of the actors, including Sid Haig. There was quite a Lon Chaney was in that. Sid Haig. Oh, I can't remember who Jack and Jim were, but all these were some of the old actors. But Sid Haig, I particularly asked you about working with Sid Haig. Always grateful to know that people enjoy this quirky little movie. Quirky is a that's an understatement. Thanks for putting a big smile on my face. Well, that was my pleasure to do that. Thank you, and God bless you for signing this card. That is one of the best custom art cards we received, and this is one of the finest little notes I've ever received. Thank you, Miss Washburn, 81 years old. That is a great return. I'm very glad to have that back. All right, let's keep going. We got about 3 more to go. Thank you, Miss Washburn. Well, that was great, wasn't it? This series coming to us from Houston, Texas. I think we got our note back in this one. Maybe we get some questions asked. What do we got? There is the note. How about 2 ball cards? How about 2 rookie ball cards signed by a great old Texas football legend? Texas A&M, excuse me, don't want to get them Aggies upset. Texas A&M football hero Dave Elmendorf. And look at these 2 1972 Topps rookie cards. Are those something else? It says, look at this here. This guy was an egghead. Dave was a brilliant scholar. This fellow was not only a great football player, but an egghead. He is now 76 years old. Like I said, not only was he a football All-American, he was also a baseball All-American at Texas A&M. He was the Rams' 3rd-round pick in 1971, played for them for 9 solid years. Made the All-Rookie team in 1971. For his career, he had 27 interceptions, 2 of them pick sixes. And I think he turned down the Yankees to play football. I think it was the Yankees that drafted him. Dave Elmendorf, look at that. Beautiful. 2 great rookie cards. Thank you so much, sir. I don't remember what I asked Mr. Elmendorf. Maybe I asked him about baseball, if he really wanted to play baseball or football. Oh, yeah, that's what I asked him. I guess my memory's not as bad as I thought. Was it a tough decision for you to choose football over baseball? No minor league in the NFL. He says, don't put me down in the bush leagues. Who was the best receiver you ever played against? Strong safety covers the tight end in man coverage. Charlie Sanders. How about that? Charlie Sanders, the great Detroit Lions tight end. How about that? That was the toughest guy he ever had to cover. Charlie Sanders. Lions fans remember him. Maybe the greatest tight end the Lions have ever had. Charlie Sanders. Well, thank you, Mr. Elmendorf. Appreciate that. That is some great answers to the questions and 2 great rookie cards. You know what? Do I need 2 Dave Elmendorf rookie cards? Why don't we put one of these in there with our Pope Leo? Sweeten the pot a little bit. We'll throw in a Dave Elmendorf with our Pope Leo. Pope Leo. All right. This one here, Orlando, Florida. That's the home of Disneyland or Disney World, I guess. Never been down there. Have no interest in that. But, hey, let's see what we got. Maybe this person works at this Disney World. Oh, no, this person does not work at Disney World. This is Six-Toe Lexicano. Remember him? Pretty good hitter back in the 70s and early 80s with the Brewers and other teams. Look at that. Look at that sweet old card. 1976 Topps rookie card. Six-Toe Lexicano. Now 71 years old. This guy could hit. Played right field for the Brewers. He's the only player to hit a grand slam on 2 different opening days. He did it in 1978 and 1980 for the Brewers. For his career, solid .271 lifetime batting average, 148 home runs. His best year was 1979. He hit .321, 28 homers, 101 RBIs. This guy could really swing the bat. Six-toe Lescano. How about that? All right, let me see. I asked him some questions, too. I asked him if he liked hitting at Old Tiger Stadium in Detroit. Yes, nice background. What big league city had the friendliest girls? All of them. Oh, now what does this here say? Oh, look at this. Could you sign the card? It says, yes, it's usually $10, but don't tell nobody. I did it for you. For what? I did it for something on you. Well, I guess he wants $10 per card, but he did not. He signed it anyway. We appreciate that. And he said he was popular. He was quite a ladies' man. He said every city had friendly girls. When he walked into a town, the ladies knew. So thank you so much. I appreciate you signing this and not sending it back and asking for $10. What a class guy. Mr. Six-Toe Lescano. I really appreciate that. That is a 1976 Topps rookie card, beautifully signed. Quite a ladies' man, apparently. All right, last one. This is coming to us from Santa Clarita, California. What about that? Santa Clarita, California. Let's see what we got us from Santa Clarita, California. Oh, we got a celebrity card. Is that Joanna Cassidy, maybe? Let me see. Oh, yeah, she signed the front and back. Look at that. Boy, that came out nice. I got 2 for the price of 1. Joanna Cassidy. Boy, that is a good-looking signature. And that custom art card came out great. 79 years old, great old American actress, known for her distinctive voice and strong screen presence. Gained recognition in the 70s and 80s with roles, of course, in Blade Runner. You remember her from Blade Runner. She was one of the, what do they call those? Not robots, but what do they call those? Replicants or something? Remember that? That was a great movie. Blade Runner, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Falcon Crest. She won a Golden Globe for Buffalo Bill and earned Emmy nominations for later TV roles. Her career spans film, TV, and voice work, marked by versatility and memorable performances in both dramas and comedies. Joanna Cassidy, which I remember her most from this movie, Blade Runner. Outstanding. Boy, that came out nice. She signed the front and back. Beautiful. Well, those were some great TTMs on this Monday. How about that? All right, we're going to give some cards away before I forget, before we sign off. We got to let you know how you can win. We were going to just give away the Pope Leo card, but hey, let's throw in a Dave Elmendorf autograph rookie card, 1972. That's a beautiful signature, a great card. All right, how do you got to win? Remember, we showed you this list of celebrities at Saturday's Detroit Sports Spectacular. Remember Mike Sanastrill, George Foster, and Mark Aguirre canceled. They did not show. Everybody else listed on here. Freeze frame that. One of these people is the name for the correct answer. Everybody who correctly answers our question will be put in a random drawing to win these 2 cards. If only one person, of course, correctly answers, then that person will win the card. If there's more than one, we'll put a random drawing in and determine the winner. The that behind all that will pick the winner. There's no such thing as accident. Well, we'll see. All right, who knows the answer to the question? And remember, we're going to do the Pope Leo the 14th and now the Dave Elmendorf card. All right, here's the question. Which person had the most photographs taken at the Detroit Sports Spectacular on Saturday? I know the answer. It's not just my opinion or based on who I thought had the longest line. I know the actual. I know how many photographs each of these people had taken Saturday. So you get down into the comments field by 8 a.m. 8 a.m. June 8th, 2025. Put a hashtag in front of your answer so it's easy to see. Hashtag and the last name of whoever you think had the most photographs taken. I don't think there's two people with the same last name. Is there? Are there two Johnsons? Let me see. Nope. So it should just be just hashtag and the last name. All right. So then we'll pick the winner. Two fantastic cards: a Pope Leo the 14th and a Dave Elmendorf rookie card up for grabs. That's it, man. This was fun once again to get back to these TTM videos. We're going to hit the stop button here, but before we do, you need some summer reading. Get over to Amazon, type in the author's name, Henry L. Rassico. Put in that book title. This book will come up. If you want to find out an interesting perspective on human experience, we get into trouble, we cause trouble, we don't know what to do. Sometimes we are depressed, sometimes we're angry, sometimes we feel pretty good. A lot of crazy things happen in life. We get into graphic detail in here. This book is not for crybabies. But if you are a big boy, a big girl, or a big tranny, you'll like this book. Might be some answers to questions you've had or situations you've been in, or you just want to figure out how somebody else deals with the craziness of life. You'd like that book. Take it to the beach and read it, or the swimming pool, or take it to work where you're supposed to be working. Read it at your desk. Read it at your desk. Be better use of your time. All right, that is it. We'll be back in a few days, God willing, with some more. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.